Okay, so I might get interrupted because my kids are home, but that's actually what, part of what I want to talk about. So today is my typical day off, but the kids are home. They're still not back in school. They go back on Wednesday. And so today I get to have them all to myself because my husband is back at work. Um, but yeah, my husband was reminding me this morning, like, enjoy your day, like, do something fun with them, because it's hard to get these days where it's just me and them and we get to hang out. So I'm trying to take advantage. We had a slow morning, which is like my favorite thing to do. And I made him breakfast. We had breakfast together. I took him out to a store. We bought him lunch. We literally just had lunch right now. But yeah, it's been a good day. I'm doing a little bit of laundry. I'm gonna make some dinner. I'm gonna make some fideo so that my husband, when he gets home, he can have something to eat. And then we are back on our schedule for like basketball and soccer. So, so I was thinking today about, kind of how things have changed and how everything we do is an act of worship, right? Like taking care of our kids is a sign or a symbol of honoring God. We're honoring Him in how we take care of our children, our home, our body. So I feel like sometimes people don't realize that, and they think that worshiping God is just singing and praising. But you can do that with being just intentional about the things that you do. Even right now, like that I was doing laundry before I turned on the video, I was thinking about, spending some time in prayer. It's usually what I try to do. It's quiet. So I spent some time just praying. And I think that that's something that people need to realize, is that it doesn't have to be some like special grand thing in order for you to talk to God and to have like special quiet time with Him. You can do it in everything that you do. You can do it while you're cooking. You can do it while you're driving. You can do it while you're in the shower. Like, it's about being intentional with your time, because it is really easy to get distracted. It's really easy to just like turn on a video, turn on a podcast, be on the be rushing, and like God doesn't want that for us. God wants us to like slow down and like look around, look at all the things that He's given us and just be grateful. And so I just want to encourage anybody, whether maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, or you're like me where you had a day that you get to relax at home with your kids for a bit, or anybody really. I mean, whether that's you, you're working and you are busy, you can worship God in everything that you do. And I was thinking about this morning also, because I made a plan yesterday that I was like, okay, I want to figure out how to do my morning routine a little bit different, because I want more time with God and I want more time to exercise. And so I kind of, had to figure out like a plan, like, okay, Flor, this is what you're going to do. Because I feel like if I don't plan, it's really easy to just go by how you feel. And most of the time, especially if you're like me and you wake up super early, I wake up at 4 a.m, you're going to feel lazy. You're going to feel like I'd rather be in my bed, I'd rather. And so we're not doing that. We're not doing that this year. We are going to stay motivated. We're going to continue on the plan that we know that God has for us. And that's going to require sacrifice. So usually I was putting my alarm at 4. And by the time I'd get up and like start my morning, it'd be like maybe 4:20, 4:25. I'd spend a lot of time just like waking myself up. But to be honest with you, it was real easy to just grab my phone, and eventually it's like, oh shoot, I've been scrolling for like 5 minutes. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because it's such a waste of time. It's such a distraction. So what I thought about doing is, okay, so I'm going to wake up earlier. So that's what I did today. Today was like day one. I woke up at 3:45. I got myself out of bed so that I could take the dog out, do my little morning thing that I do, get my drink, have my pre-workout and all that. And then I sat down to spend time with the Lord. So I was able to spend, instead of my typical 30 minutes, I got to spend 45 minutes with God. And so I read the Bible, I prayed. So I'm really happy that that worked out. And then I was like looking at my watch, because I was like, okay, by 4:45, I gotta, put everything away, go to the bathroom before I go exercise, and then I'm going to start my exercise at 5 o'clock. So that's now my new routine. That is what I'm going to stick to. And then the goal is to do my exercise for 45 minutes. And why do I say all this stuff? I say this stuff because it is so easy for us to get distracted. And just over the weekend, I noticed that I was like very distracted. I was on TikTok way too much. And I had that realization that I was like, okay, like I didn't accomplish the things that I would have wanted to because I was distracted by social media, and I don't want to do that. I want to continue on the plan that I feel like God has for me. I have made a plan to what I want to do on social media, what I want to do on YouTube, what I want to just continue to do, and I don't want to get distracted. And it is something that I'm working on, is the distraction of social media. So like I've talked about this before on Instagram, but like I turned off notifications on my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, because it is really easy for me to get distracted if I see a notification. So I just don't do notifications. Also, because I'm waking up so early, or earlier now, I'm also going to make it a point to stop, any social media earlier than my typical, or that I've been doing at least over the past several weeks, and get back to what I was doing before. And I say before, and it's probably about 2 or so weeks, because the kids have been off, and so it's been just easier to be lazier because I don't have to put them to sleep at a certain time. But yeah, like it's all about making a plan. You have to make a plan to not be distracted, because the enemy's going to come and try to distract you and try to pull you away from the things that you maybe have planned with God, or maybe whatever God is trying to do in your life. It's really easy to get distracted, because that is his goal. His goal is to get you away from what God has in store for you. And so I just want to encourage anybody, whether that's you have a goal to get closer to God, whether you have a goal to improve your health, you just have to make a plan and stick with it, and know that it's going to require some sacrifice. I go to sleep really early, and that's okay, because I know that I feel my best when I wake up early, spend time with God, get my workout in, and then I can start my day. Because of that, I'm a better mom, I'm a better wife. And I just feel better overall. I feel better about how I feel, like my health, my confidence, my mental health, all of that. So I want to encourage anybody that is, especially with this new year, people do a lot of New Year's resolutions. I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions, but I do believe that if you are motivated to have a deeper relationship with God, to get your health back on track, it is definitely doable. I just encourage you to make a plan and to maybe reevaluate every couple of weeks, so that you can determine whether it's working for you. And if it's not, what can you do to change that? I have changed my morning routine so many times. And I used to be the person that used to say, I'm never going to wake up early. That's way too early. I like my sleep. And here we are almost 2 years later, and I love waking up early. It is something that I truly look forward to, and that sounds crazy. And just over the past year is when I decided to wake up to read the Bible. So keep that in mind. This isn't something that I've been doing forever. Like, this is something that has literally been something that has changed my life over the past year. And so I just encourage you to find something that you want to focus on, make a plan, stick with it. If you're noticing that it's hard for you to stick with it, make changes to your plan and figure out what the best way to stick with it is. And if you need encouragement, follow me on Instagram or TikTok, because that is the best way for you to contact me. I love when I hear people that have questions, or if you DM me or send me a comment, whatever it is. I am here for you. All right, bye.